welcome back. Crypto Rico here with another one. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Put on that bell notification so YouTube could be notified when we're over here experiencing the abundance of money, man. You guys do not want to miss out. Also, do not miss out on that $100 giveaway. Simply like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, tag me and a friend on Twitter. That simple, that easy. Win the $100, use the tips and tricks in the video to make it grow, or simply go spend it. None of this is financial advice. I'm bringing financial awareness to a crypto space that is changing on the hour, every hour. With that being said and out the way, let's get started. I said we're going to keep our finger and our pulse on this SHINJA token for sure. And one thing that I want to note is that I don't know why that line erased the horizontal line, but we're going to go and place it again. If you guys watched the last video, I highly advise you guys to watch it because it'll help layer this video and what's going on with these arrows. I know the channel is growing very fast. Please stay tuned to the end. You guys do not want to miss out. There's a lot going on right now. I think we're having a nice little breakout right now. Again, one of the tokens that even with Bitcoin rocking how it did, this was the pullback. That's it. This pullback back here. Oh, hold on. Let's put this line before I mess up. So remember this line, we had lined it up. Let's be accurate. So we had lined it up right here. That's why we got that arrow, because there was that tap right there, okay? It was up here. We had the white line a little bit lower, and it looked like, you know, like I said, I was saying, if you guys saw it come back up and we hit this line and pull back, I figured that it would do it something like this a little bit closer, but it didn't do it. There's probably a resistance that it matches up to. It's actually this, maybe the body of this candle right here. Let's see, yeah. But nevertheless, right here, if you notice when on the last video I was saying how you could use the Bollinger Bands, this middle line, as like a cheat almost to help you identify that the trend is changing without having to wait. Because if you didn't use it, what you would have to do is wait for it to do this, pull back, go up one more time, and then pull back to go up for you to say, okay, we made support, right? So we identified the support. So let's do that. Let's come over here. Let's get these up arrows. So we identified the support, right? The minute it went up and it tapped this line right here, let's go to this line right there. That's the natural line, right? And there's supposed to be one possibly. When I added on the last video, I'm not sure what happened to that line. It was right there. But this is definitely a resistance right here. We have this pullback. On the last video, I was saying how we could use the middle line of the Bollinger Band to help identify where this pullback might be, almost as a cheat sheet to say it's going to take off, because this was the support. The minute it rocked up, that was a resistance, right? On that middle Bollinger Band, instead of waiting for it to come all the way down, if there's a lot of momentum, you see a lot of volume coming in, this is for, you know, more seasoned traders to bounce off this middle Bollinger Band, because as you can tell, what could happen on this middle Bollinger Band can also be it peeling back. And that's why you guys want to stay tapped in, you know, have that bell notification, load it up with likes, you know, help the YouTube algorithm get this out. The more people that learn, the less people that panic sell and get shooken out of their spots. So that's why I said more seasoned traders will understand, you know, that you can't go off this middle Bollinger Band. If you got my technical analysis course for my money bag alerts, you get a half off. You'll understand this. I go over several indicators, all the ones that I use on a day-to-day. There's a lot more than this, but right now you can see how it pushed through. And, you know, to help identify that, we got the crosses on the top. Obviously, the Mktg had already crossed over, right? So we see that the Mktg, the pink line's on this side of the white one. So there was no way that when it tapped this middle Bollinger Band that it was going to rock back up, right? It's safe to say that. Now, when we see something pull back and we see it get oversold, where this pink line pulled away from the white one, then we're starting to see where it's possible this crossover, you know, that cross that happens. You know, we find this support. We see actually, you know, it even tapped again right here. You know, it dribbled on it like boom, 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 boom. And what happened was the minute we rocked up, we were not going to be able to tell. If we didn't use this middle Bollinger Band to see if we had a possible position to keep going up, that the trend was going up, we would have to wait it for this resistance, this pullback, then we would have identified it, saying that it's, you know, now higher than this last support. And then on this next one, when it taps out, maybe right here, it looks like, you know, because we got this resistance right here. So let's identify this, right? And we could tap that. And I'm going to show you guys a little trick that I don't see on YouTube or anybody talk about this little trick with the Bollinger Band. So make sure you guys stay tuned, okay? We could tap right here, and that pullback, if it came back to here, that's still a upward trend. You know, I always say the trend is your friend. Trade with the with the trend. And we would have had to wait for this right here and a green candle, and we would have said, okay, that is a bullish moment. You know, we got the trend going bullish because we're making higher lows. But this is a little cheat sheet right here with this this middle Bollinger Band that you could use in with everything else, you know, using the SAR, the support and resistance, you know, noticing that it's oversold, that the volume is starting to pick up. Notice that we were really oversold. The volume was depleting. We're starting to see an uptick in volume getting a lot bigger. We start seeing green candles. The crosses flip over to the other side. And all these things all together show us that we could have had support right here, which is true. You know, we've seen it come back, which is normal, because it had to go up and it came back, but it was not going to cross over. You know, that's how they shake people out. We found support right on that middle Bollinger Band. Now for the little trick that I'm going to show you guys. How can I tell that we're going to stay in a bullish trend with this Bollinger Band? How do I know that the downward trend is over? I don't see nobody talking about this. A lot of people make this very confusing. I need you guys to come over here. Make sure you got these candles set up just like this. Okay, the Heiken Ashi candles. And I'm going to show you guys something. Okay. The reason that I know this is going to keep going up, we're on the hourly chart, because as soon as the candles are on the line of this top Bollinger Band, notice that, right? You guys can see that. Actually, let's just, let's not mess that up. Okay, so on the line. The next candle comes out. This is an hourly candle. It's very, very, very on top of the line. So most likely the next one will come out. We got the cross on the bottom. We got the pink line peeling away from the white one. So the volume is starting to come in. We want this volume to start to increase a lot more. And then what we will see, the minute you want to identify that the trend is changing, now I'm going to show you guys, because remember, I always say what goes up must come down, what goes down must go up. What is just leaving is now showing up, and what just showed up is now leaving. So check this out. We have this is psychological areas right here where, you know, the volume just pumps up and things go happen crazy. But check this out. On the line, off the line. The pattern change. But it was a higher low from right here. So that's still solid. The volume continued to increase. We see the pink line did not cross over, so we're still good. It did decrease on the Mktg, but we start to see the volume pick right back up again. And using this indicator as well, the natural volume indicator right here at the bottom. So we knew that it was just making a higher low. And check this out. The minute it rocks back up, you know it's bullish again, because what? On the line. And the minute there's a doji candle, this with a skinny stick or something like this, on both sides, the wick is really long, and it steps to the side. Notice how the next candle is red. Dump, right? It's not going to go back up. This is not making a higher low. I can tell you why, because it's not on the line. Because the minute it comes off the line, check out what happens, right? We start sideways trading, which is normal and healthy, right? This is that Bitcoin and that Bitmark that happened, all that money that got wiped off. That's what happened right here. It took so much money off the table. Bitcoin dominance. But this is really good compared to other tokens. Other tokens look like they almost depleted completely. But check this out right here. All right, let me stay on track with you guys. So right now we're sideways trading, right? Notice something, because we're doing a number 8 all day. That goes up and goes down and leaving and coming. That's basically a number 8 sign. That's all we're doing. This is what's happening nonstop. That right there, okay? So check this out, right? On the line, they broke off. Look at the other way. Boom, the red one. On the line. How do you guys think that I get to load up on these supports that are really healthy? Because check this out. On the line. The minute it stepped off the line, I can sniff out that it's starting to make a support. Of course, not yet, because we don't see this crossover. You want to wait a second. You want to be able to make sure you're in, because it could just flash down and try to take the money off, right? Because it's trying to hold right there. That's a battle between the bears and the bulls, okay? But notice how we're on the line. And the minute we step off the line, the volume starts to change. The pink line starts to look like it wants to cross over. Sure enough, the Mktg crosses over. We start peeling up. Going up. We didn't make it to that top one to stay bullish, so we tapped it and came down. But the minute we got back on this line, even the slightest bit, look at that wick, just got on it, it turns it bullish. And this happens time and time again. And just to show you guys, I'm telling you guys, this technical analysis course is fire, and I got a lot more indicators that I use, and it just makes it like a filter basically to make sure that you got, if you're taking larger positions, like especially like when I trade on my Nasdaq, you know, it's a pretty big account, so you want a lot of filters to help you make sure that you make a sure move. You know, I don't hold overnight when it comes to trading on the Nasdaq. Everything that I trade, I'm out by the end of the night. I don't want no kind of conspiracy to happen with a company or something like that happen. I'd rather leave my money in BNB or something like that, to be honest with you. But check this out, how this continues to happen, right? On the line, off the line, boop, crosses on the bottom, pink line crosses over, we cross the middle Bollinger line, on the line, off the line. It's really not that difficult. If you guys get tapped in on that money bag alert, so like that you're using my, and get the course. You know, I'm not rushing you guys to get the course. There's no pressure to get the course. When you guys make some profit, especially if you got the money bag alerts, you know, it's $30 a month. I did it so people, I just want to see who really wants to, who are the people that are just complaining in comments, and who's willing to put $30. You know, they're willing to spend $500,000 on all these tokens and then complain in a lot of comments or discords or telegrams, but they're not willing to invest $30 to at least get some good plays that maybe you can make some, I know you will, make some good enough money that you're like, hey, I want to move it to the next level. Let me get that technical analysis course. So like that, I don't got to wait for Rico to drop a video, and maybe not the technical analysis. You know, I'm making good money off my NFTs as well. You guys seen me covering a lot of projects, and I got some more coming up. I'm getting some things. Those who are in my money bag alerts, I haven't dropped something in a couple days, but that's because I'm working on something that's going to be an early play, and it's going to be a long-term hold, and you guys are going to love it. I'm working on something for you guys, trust me. So right now we got this same pattern. Again, we do this, we hold this middle line, on the line, off the line. This is how you can easily, you know, snipe this pretty easily. The minute it gets off the line, you got to have zero emotion when it comes to this. The minute it steps off the line, there's no shoulda, coulda, woulda, there's no hopey, there's no this, no that. You got to be as clean cut and cold as these algorithms and these indicators that mathematically do these equations to help us figure out what we're doing when we're trading these stocks or tokens, cryptos, NFTs, whatever they might be, okay? So just know these little tips and tricks. Watch the rest of these videos. I got over 500 videos. I'm creeping on 600. So I'm definitely very involved in this crypto space. And, you know, I'm doing this for all of us so we can continue to experience the abundance of money together, you know? So you guys know what it is. Till next time, later.